All right, we are in-house with the Boaz flag football team, and these young ladies have been on an exceptional run. We're going to let them introduce themselves at this time, starting with Coach.
So my name is Will Penton. I'm the head flag football coach here. It's my second year in charge.
I'm Arlie Kate Mitchell, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Peyton Hall, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Lexi Bennett, and I'm a senior.
I'm Jaylee Kemper, and I'm a junior.
I'm Popper Hales, and I'm a junior.
I'm Addison Bowen, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Braylon Burke, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Raina Underwood, and I'm a sophomore.
Coach, let's start with you. Let's talk about the game of flag football. I've been able to shoot the last couple of state championships here, and I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until I got down there and watched what's happened, the national champions from this state. Let's just talk about flag football in general right now and how much it's grown and what you've seen from it, and obviously what led you over into coaching it.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, you don't really know what it's about until you see it at Birmingham. I saw it probably 4 years ago down there at the Super 7, and I was like, man, this is really exciting. And I knew that we had a chance to start a program here at that time. And so a lot of people don't have a good idea of what it is, like I said, until you see it played at the Super 7. So I'm thankful the HSAA does that because it kind of puts us on a bigger stage, and we get to do the live TV broadcast, and we're playing the same time the boys are playing there. So that's been really cool to see. And like I said, the growth from the community college system in Alabama starting theirs, and one of our players that played on our team last year just won the state championship with Wallace State. And so it kind of gave them an opportunity to say, hey, there's opportunities at the next level to go play this game. And like you said, Central Phoenix City has really put Alabama on the map as far as flag football goes. And, I'm good friends with their coaching staff there, and they've helped us out tremendously in how they do things. And a lot of our offense was kind of based off stuff that they did with a lot of the RPO stuff. And so, it's just really cool to see. And like a lot of these girls were on our first team, but a lot of them weren't, and they decided to come in after the fact and to join our program. So it's been really neat to see the growth, and I think it's only going to continue from here.
Let's talk about Boaz specific. Obviously, these girls are athletic. I got to watch them play basketball, softball, volleyball, who made another great run. But talk about, I know you battle with volleyball young ladies, probably getting them out to play football. You'll have to share athletes here. But here, Boaz, what started it and the mindset when you went into it? Like, you guys just didn't start it and go play it. You started to go win.
Yeah, exactly. And so it kind of happened about 3 years ago. My wife took over as the track coach here, and so I was helping her coach track, and they approached me, hey, we're thinking about starting flag football. Would you be interested? Because I kind of have a football background, and I was like, yeah, let me see what it's about. And so that's when I watched Central Phoenix play and in the state championship, and I was like, this could be something really good here because I knew the athletes we had at this school. And like I said, there were most of them didn't even play volleyball, right? They were just softball players only, or they played basketball, and during the fall they really didn't have a sport to play. And I was like, hey, we have enough athletes here, we could start this and be really good. And just like you said, we didn't want to just field a team to field a team. There's a lot of schools that have kind of done that, but we wanted to set a standard here and to compete for state championships ultimately. And these girls have bought into that, and they've done a really good job.
I don't know who has the mic. You have the mic. Let's start with you. What led you into playing flag? Obviously, it's fun. I see you young ladies out there playing. You're having fun. But what led you into playing flag yourself?
Just wanting to be better at something else. I like doing a lot of things, and I like being great at a lot of things, and it just helps my skill set. I like being a leader on the field. I like all these are my friends. I just like being out there. It's something different. And it's always just a great time out there with the girls.
Absolutely.
Really what led me to play flag football is just something different. I really played the main sports my life, being softball, and I played volleyball too, but it was just something different to do.
Like just the community aspect, like these are all my really good friends, like all throughout the year, and just being able to have fun with them.
What led me to play flag football was I've always been kind of doing all the little stuff, and I played volleyball in middle school, and then I kind of wanted to find something different, kind of branch out, because I've rode horses all my life, and I kind of wanted to find something that was more energetic and I've always loved football because I always see people play, and I was like, I wish that there was a girls team. And then flag football started, and I really wish I had played the first year after Coach Pitt approached me after Powder Puff. And then a lot of girls after Powder Puff really loved the environment and the atmosphere of all of it, and so that's kind of what led me to play flag.
What led me to play flag is watching the growth from last year and seeing how fun it was and seeing all the girls like together having fun, and it just really led me to play, and it's really fun.
Coach Will actually led me to play flag football. So when this program was an idea and just getting started, he came up to me and was like, hey, would you be interested in playing flag football? And I was like, heck yeah. And he was like, you want to help me start this program? And I was like, yes, because I've grown up with boys my whole life. So, I was always in the yard playing football, and, they get to go play football in high school. And I loved playing football, but there wasn't a girls team. So when there was an opportunity to go play with a bunch of girls that are my best friends, I was like, yes, definitely.
It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
I was also one of the people that Penton approached, and at first I was actually kind of skeptical. I was like, well, I'm playing volleyball, I don't know, but after going to all the meetings and some convincing, I just decided, I was like, yes, this is gonna be my sport. Like, this is gonna be what I do for my 4 years of high school.
I've been around football since I was born. My dad's always been a coach, and I have a brother, and I've always wanted to just be out there and play. And my brother used to play flag football, and I was like, gosh, why can't I play flag football? So then once I realized that Boaz has started a flag football team, I was like, I want to be on their team.
Yeah. So to speak on that, these two were the first ones that I really approached about doing it, because, like I said, I know Lexi's dad is a football guy, and I knew that she was going to be, just her mentality and her, intensity and her leadership is something we needed on the team. And then with Peyton, I was like, she's one of those, like a program changer type athletes, and it's like, if we can get her out here, what we can build around her. And so both of those have proven me right so far, and I'm very proud to have all these girls that have joined in this year. And then, like I said, Braylon played for us last year as well. So we only have 3 girls, I guess, that start and play for us a lot that were on last year's team. And so the other ones just kind of came in after year 2. So I'm excited about that.
What is it about this group of girls, Coach? I've seen you guys play, I think, 3 times this season, but they've always kind of got a game face on, but they're having fun too. You can tell they're having fun.
Right.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, they're competitive. They're really competitive, and they're hard-nosed kids, and they're fun to coach. But I've said this on the radio broadcast. I can tell when we're ready to play whenever they're having fun and they're dancing and they're they're a little bit more laid back, I guess, because I'm used to coaching boys football, and it's like before the game, it's like you got to give it in their face, challenge them, speech. And last year I did that after the first game, and that we all kind of came out tight. And you just got to see what works best for your team. And with this team, I just say, hey, you're the best team on the field. You're the most athletic. Just go play. Go have fun. Go celebrate success, and let's go have a good time doing it. And whenever they're playing loose and they're playing free and they're having a good time, that's when we're our best.
I want to ask each one of you ladies that you're in a what we call sudden death situation. It's win or go home now. You earn the right to practice next week and the week after. Talk about that a little bit and how focused you guys are on these playoffs.
Well, it's definitely put more focus in, and you want to work at the little things. Like, it's not really fundamentals right now. It's more of like what we're working on to push through and go and win the next round and keep on going. So you definitely want to focus in on that, but we're still having fun, and we're locked in, but also having fun.
Okay. Knowing that it's, only 8 teams left in the state practicing, that's motivation to stay focused, to keep going, run every route harder, and it's just a privilege to still be out here and just have fun.
I'll take it. Yeah, we really just got to stay locked in on the game plan. Like she said, fundamentals were July, August. Like now you got to be locked in on the game plan and go do what you got to do to win.
Yes, and another thing is I think that we're all very athletic. We have a very good team, and we have a very good chance at being able to go far and accomplish a bunch of things. So coming out here every day and doing what we need to do to be able to do that, because we definitely have the opportunity to. And also, this is my last year to get to play. So it's win or lose. If we lose, then I'll be done. So that's definitely a factor in coming out here and just giving the best every day.
Yeah, kind of like Raina said, it's a privilege to be out here, and we just have to be prepared to play our game and lock in and focus, and we got to prepare for what we need to do next game and to win next game.
Yeah, a lot with we started with all fundamentals, and then now we're getting closer and closer, and we have a good chance to go and going far with the program, and just getting locked in and staying on track and knowing we're one of the last few teams practicing. I mean, we need to stay locked in and focused, but also still have a good time. I mean, we're always laughing at practice. If somebody falls, we're always laughing, or when Lexi throws her leg up when she catches her round or something. And so we always just have a good time. We're always I feel like we're just a fun group of girls. I mean, win or lose, we're still all going to be really good friends and always cheer each other on.
What we've been doing recently, we've been focusing a lot and putting a lot of stuff into learning what the other team's doing and what we need to do to stop them. But I think we've had fun as a group, and we're going to keep having fun because we're going to win.
I like it.
She's just playing.
Yeah.
I feel like all of us are very dedicated and know hard work equals success, so that we'll come in on our off days. If we're tired, if we're weak, we'll all still work hard at practice and get it done. And really just all of us together having fun, we know that we'll go far.
I think everybody's answer. Coach, I got to watch you guys play Moody up here, and Moody was probably odds-on favorite, predicted to win it last year, and I know Coach Toole at Catholic got the win. Whitney, I've known her for a while, but that Moody game up here, you probably got attention to the girls afterwards. I mean, usually you can learn. It's hard to win sometimes when you beat people because you say, we beat them by so many points. You know, you don't get to coach, but when you lose a game, the girls usually dial in and they listen more. Yeah. And talk about that and how the growth from a loss y'all had earlier this year.
Yeah, so like I said, we played them really well. I was proud of the way we competed. There was just a few things here and there that we didn't do well, and it ultimately ended up we lost 31-0. But it was a lot closer than that, until the fourth quarter. But after the game, everybody was upset, and that's when I know that we have a good team is when they're crying, they have tears, and I was like, hey, we got whipped, right? But I kind of referenced this to them, and it stuck with me. I was like, when I was growing up and my dad would whip me because I would do something wrong, you would cry and it would feel bad at the time. But after that, you're like, hey, I feel better now. I learned something from it, and let's go forward. And since then, that's the last time we've lost was September the 8th, And so it's all about you're going to get beat, you're going to get knocked down, but it's about next punch. I know Coach Bowen talks about that a lot with basketball. It's like, hey, you get hit, okay, now we got to respond and hit the next punch. And so they hit us first in that game, and we just didn't respond very well. But then we go and we play a really good team against Spain Park a couple weeks ago, and they're in the Final Four now in 6A, 7A, and they hit us first, and we responded back. So to me, it's just this group has gotten much more resilient, and we understand that, hey, if we're down 6-0, hey, okay, let's go score. Let's go answer back. And so, to me, that loss kind of showed us, hey, we're not as good as we thought we were, right? We were kind of going in there, we had 2 big wins, and maybe we thought a little bit more of ourselves, and so Moody was like, hey, here you go, let me hand this to you. And but we took it well, and we've learned from it. And like I said, that was the last time we've lost, and so we would love to see them again, but obviously we have a good team with John Carroll this Thursday.
That was my next question. Is, I know the whole state's like, hey, man, I want to see this rematch. How do you put that noise aside? Because that kind of stuff can get you beat. Yeah. You've got a really good team you got to face this week.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like you said, there's a lot of people say, hey, you and Moody, but ultimately.
I've heard it 100 times.
Exactly. But if we don't get to if we don't beat John Carroll, that's going to be all for naught. We're going to watch John Carroll, go have the game that we were supposed to have. So, but it's all about being 1-0 the next week, right? You have to take this challenge and we're not prepping for Moody yet, right? We're going to play them next Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. But right now it's all John Carroll. We're not talking about it. We're just everything this week is what does John Carroll run? What can we do to stop their offense? They put up 40 points in both of their playoff games so far, right? In round 1 and 2, they've scored over 40 points. So as the defensive coordinator and as we've talked about, we have to figure out what we can do to stop them. It's just all about focusing in on the task at hand right now, which is about going 1-0 this week.
Gotcha.
Yep.
We got to have some fun, Coach.
Okay.
You ladies got to get involved in this. We're going to find out about the team's characteristics. Who is the trash talker on the team? Man, that was easy
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Is that true?
For sure.
I have seen you talk trash in basketball a little bit.
Yeah, either
definitely true.
Yeah.
either one of these two.
Oh, both of these two.
Yeah.
We feed off of each
A package trash
Yeah.
talking unit. Okay. Who is the mother of the group?
Probably be Lexi.
No doubt.
The old lady here. Yeah.
She's the old lady of the group.
Yeah.
Who's the class clown? Like when everybody's upset.
Addison Bowling.
Man, these are definitive roles.
It's easy, Coach. I'm telling you, they have their roles and they do them well.
I'm telling you, man. Everybody knows them instantly. That's a good characteristic to have.
Yeah.
Who's the energy person? Like that gets everybody revved up.
Brings it.
Ooh, that's tough. Raina's pretty good.
She always be dancing.
Yeah.
They always like, let's go.
Yeah.
That's got to be her then. Who's the panicker? Do you have one of those? Somebody that panics.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. Yeah.
See that? Well, I remember growing up, I had a guy, I don't want to say his name because he's probably watching this video, but we'd go down 1 or 2 points and, oh man, he just go crazy. He's like Chicken Little, if y'all have ever seen that.
Yeah.
The sky's falling, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude,
No.
it's the first quarter, we're down 2 points, chill out.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say Jaylee's more of like that. Like when we go down, I don't know, Jaylee's just like, hold on now, what are we doing? It's more so of that type. But yeah.
And she'll look at me and Paige, she'll go, what?
Yeah.
She'll give her a little eyebrow raise.
Who's had the best celebration all year? And do y'all?
Bowling. Yeah, Raina.
I was going to say, do y'all have choreographed celebrations?
They do.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. Let's see. I have one other one to ask you. I can't even think of what it was. Anyways, we'll carry on. Okay. Hey, look. You know what's funny is the definitive roles. I mean, there was no hesitation. They knew.
No doubt.
Exactly right there.
Yeah.
I had another one. I'll think of it in a minute. But anyways, let's talk on. Coach, let's move on. John Carroll, when you look at them on film, what have you seen?
Yeah. So I mean, they have a quarterback that can throw the ball. She's really good at distributing balls to everybody on the field. That's the thing. Is a lot of teams, like, we can focus in on, hey, they want to throw it to one person, but with her, she's just going to throw it to who's open. She's really good at it. She can move around in the pocket really well, and she can throw the ball deep. Here, the first couple of weeks, we haven't faced somebody that can throw the ball deep, and so now we're facing a team that can throw it short. They'll throw it over your head if we're kind of falling asleep back there. But they have a really athletic receiver. I think she's committed to go play at Shelton State. And she's kind of their, if they do have a go-to, it would be her as far as one that can really hurt you in an explosive play. She is very competitive. You notice her on the defensive side, she's flying around, and then on the offensive side, once she catches the ball, she's kind of hard to bring down. So, what I've noticed about them is they're just a disciplined, well-coached football team. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and they've gotten better from, like, we had a film on them against Winona from early in September, and then I watched them on film against Spain Park, and I was like, this isn't the same football team. It's the same girls, and they're running the same offense, but they've gotten so much more crisp. So, I mean, we're going to have our hands full on the defensive side of the ball tomorrow night.
Yeah, no doubt. I know what it was now. Who has made Coach the maddest this season?
It was probably Piper.
Got to hear the story.
Okay. Well, it really wasn't even that big of a deal, and it wasn't even in a game, which is what we like. It was probably in a practice. And we had talked about rushing outside shoulder, right, Piper? Rushing outside shoulder. And it was just one time. So she just didn't rush. Coach Bowen played scout team quarterback for us, and Coach Bowen got outside.
You let Coach Bowen lose contain. You lost.
Yeah, we lost contain on Coach Bowen.
Oh man.
He's faster than he looks.
But that
played Alexandria. I remember.
That's right. But that was probably the one thing. So she lost contain again, and so it was early in the year.
I made up for it now.
She has. Exactly. So, like I said, it was early in the year, and but hey, like I said, she's figured it out, and she leads our team in sacks this year. She's done a really good job rushing for us. But it was probably that day. I could say.
I always like to ask that one because usually you get some great stories of it.
Yeah.
Before I shut it down, I want to ask the young ladies, and each one of them can speak on this. What is it going to take? Not putting a cart ahead of the horse or anything, but what is it going to take to win a blue map in the state championship with this team? And whoever's got the mic can start.
Really just dedication and hard work. Everybody needs to keep doing what we've been doing, don't let up, and keep going.
Just executing, being clean on offense and defense.
Yeah, I would also say executing, working hard, doing everything to 110%, and just having fun still with your teammates. You still want to have fun and stuff, but also know what you got to do.
Like they said, hard work, execution, and like commitment. We all just need to stay focused on that one goal, and that goal is to win the blue map.
Yeah, so definitely just having that commitment and dedication, and coming out here and giving 110% and knowing that whatever ends up happening, we gave it our all. And we don't want to say, oh, we wish we'd have done this. No, we want to say we gave it all out there on the field. And just knowing that we have each other's backs no matter what.
Like they said, just have the want to win. You have to push yourself, push your teammates to be better, and just really give it your all and go win that state championship.
I think just keeping a really strong mindset, knowing we need to keep going 110%, even if we're tired or even if we're losing. Know that there is a chance. If we're down by who knows how many, there's always a chance we can make a comeback if we keep a strong mindset and stay still having fun and just keeping a strong mindset.
I think we just need to have that keep going nonstop, always moving, just hard, strong, dedication.
Relentless.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. Coach, same kind of question for you, just from a coaching standpoint. The things this group has to get done if you're going to have a shot at the blue map.
Right. So to me, we have the X's and O's, we have the athletes. To me, it's going to come down to, do we have the belief in ourselves that we can accomplish it, right? Because a lot of times you go into it and you say, I want to win a championship, but you don't really believe. You say it, but you have to have that true, determination and belief in your mind of, we can accomplish this. And like I said, we have the offense to do it, we have the defense to do it, we have the athletes to make a run. But it's ultimately going to come down to them saying, hey, we can do it, right? Having the confidence. We had Coach McGinnis from Jacksonville State come talk to him last week. She talked about what it takes to be a champion. You got to have confidence,
Jana
right?
McGinnis?
Yeah, Jana McGinnis came and spoke to us last week. So you got to have that confidence, right? And so it's going to come down to, because ultimately, if we get through this week and we play Moody, to me, it's we got to get over that Moody mental mind block, because it's there. They beat us in basketball a couple years ago to go to Jacksonville. They put us they beat us in the softball state tournament. They put us out of flag football last year. So we have to have the belief that we can go in there and compete with a team as good as Moody and as athletic as Moody. And so to me, it's not going to come down to anything athletic-wise. It's going to come down to our mindset. Do we actually believe that we can go in there and do it?
Yeah. Y'all don't know this, but I don't know, she probably told you she's Ace's aunt. Mm-hmm. But before there was an Ace, her and her sister were, they were older than me, but man, I've seen the videos of them. Yeah. They were unbelievable.
Sisters.
Yeah, they're the only two jerseys in the rafters.
That's right.
At JSU. Yep. I'd tell you how good they were.
Yep.
Yeah, she was unbelievable. So good that when her career was over, they turned around and hired her and her sister immediately, which is Ace's mom. Guys, I appreciate you sitting in with us, and looking forward to you guys going as far as you absolutely possibly can. And I liked her answer the best. She's like, I don't want to have no doubt. We don't want to go back and second guess. Say, I wish I would have. Just leave it out on the field. So good luck to you guys moving forward, and we'll be there along the way. Thank you guys.
We appreciate you.